Alright, 1 minute until the tournament starts. This is the end of week 1 of Arena Kings, the third arena of the week. This is 5-0 time control. We already played the Bullet and 3-0 time control earlier this week. Tournament will be 2 hours long. It's all about those winning streaks. So each game has even more importance here because it's 5-0. We're not going to get that many games in. I'm guessing maybe 15 games. So we're only going to have time for a couple streaks. Already 109 players in, so it looks like it's going to be a little bit bigger than Wednesday's event would be my guess, as expected. It is a Friday at a different time control. Alright, and our game is starting. Nikolai 008 is our first opponent from Norway. We're going to play a Scotch in the first game. And we'll play a Gambit. Try and leave up the standings for you guys. I will take that pawn. Alright, so we're still on a main line here. We'll play knight c3 coming up. Attack the queen. Bishop b4 would be pretty normal. He goes back. That is not as normal. See if we just attack this knight right away. We'll back our bishop up. See if he compromises his queenside structure. He does. Attack f7. Sure. I don't think there's going to be anything to sacrificing on f7 here. King takes, knight g4, king moves back. Maybe if my queen was already on e2, but let's go ahead and castle. Alright, where's his knight going to go if we attack it with d5? Probably over to a5. Develop our bishop. Maybe ideas of attacking c7 at some point. Only a little bit down on time here, not too far. A lot of people already won their first game. Well, not a lot, but alright, so he's going to pin that knight. And I'm thinking that I'm going to play queen d3. If I go queen d3, he's going to take that knight probably. Maybe bishop e5 is an idea. Helps guard the d pawn also. Let's try that. That looks interesting. Down to 2.5 minutes. Just gonna have to watch the clock a little bit. Wow, 2 people already won 2 games. Okay, so he makes his move. So he's trying to win a pawn, which I don't really mind. Just have to figure out the best way to lose the pawn. Do I play h3 here? He takes on f3. I take with the queen. Yeah, let's just try and get out of that pin. If I put my queen on d3, it's kind of hanging there, so I have to watch the d file. All right, we're both around 2 minutes now, so we're going to have to start playing a little faster. There's no increment or delay. So the time is going to come into play most likely. See if he takes on f3 now. Now he's going to take that pawn. On the knight. Just trying to look aggressive. Can always play bishop c2. The c-pawn's a pretty easy one to target later in the game, so not that worried I'm down a pawn at the moment. I can get both my rooks in the game very quickly, so all my pieces will be active. And he's now down to a minute. Alright, just line up with the queen. And line up with the queen. Activate this knight on the queen again. I want to keep the pieces on the board as much as I can. All right, we'll move our rook back. Maybe activate this rook with rook d6 or the knight there. Let's just line up with the queen again. Just keep lining up with the queen. On the knight. That's a free piece. On the queen. If he trades, he loses an exchange too. But I'm down to 16 seconds, and I didn't realize that. Didn't realize I was so low on time. Try and give the knight back. Trying to run him out of time. Oh, and I was out of time. Got him down to 4 seconds. Close game. I ended up in time trouble as soon as I won that piece. Just dealing with that pin as quickly as possible. Try and back that bishop up. Prevent the knight from jumping in. Threat in e5. Well, I guess it's not a real threat yet. Need to activate the queen also. Let's just guard this pawn in case there's a problem later. Okay, he's trying to get d5 in. Do we push e5? That's the real question. I'm going to say yes. Let's push e5. Back that knight up. We'll play f4 also. Attack on the king side. Okay, this is a great square for my knight. He's got a lot of weak dark squares around his king, so I want to try and take advantage of that. So now what squares my knight need to go to? I want to play f5 also. I don't see a good way to do that. Actually, maybe we'll look to target e6 here. That's an idea. Alright, we'll go ahead and try and get our knight in. Ideas of taking on f7 now. Yep, he takes right away. So which way do we take? We take with the queen, it looks like. He's after that bishop. Bring it all the way back to f1 to guard the g2 pawn. Maybe we'll push the h pawn. We haven't broken open the king quite yet. Don't want to trade queens. Alright, let's continue trying to open up the king. I'm on the knight right now. But I can't take it because of queen c5 check. I'm going to actually go ahead and take this. Still want to play f5, but don't see a way to make it work. But the knight and the bishop have to be a little careful. Not down any material, but I might have to trade here. On the bishop. Okay, we can take this pawn. Let's go after another pawn. It's a good position. We've got past a pawn. We'll be happy with a rook trade. We'd take with the bishop. Threatening rook here. Throwing a check. Can we trade off these rooks? I need to start pushing the a-pawn. And take the f-pawn. Okay, let's bring my king over. It's even pawns, but still not easy. Everything might end up trading off. A little bit of time pressure here. Okay, we'll take there. We might just have to be passive here. I don't think he can make good progress, so... Can, however, try and run me out of time. Which might be the real issue here. Yeah, I'm just too low on time again. Ah, out of time. So 2 good games, but out of time in both of them. Taku 54 is our next opponent. An easier pairing for sure. See what he does here. Where's he from? Zimbabwe. Advanced French. Okay, he's moving even slower than we do. Which is good for us. Okay, this bringing the bishop to b5 is not good in the French for white. Now the bishop's trapped. See if he just sacks right away. So now we're waiting. Okay, we'll take the bishop. See, hammer's at the top right now. Okay, we'll take en passant, so we can take on c5. So we're up a piece. You want to get as many games as possible in the Arena Kings, so it's debatable whether it's worth resigning or not, but if I was white, I probably would. Just get to the next game, unless you're on some kind of big streak. Let's get castled. That was a free rook. Because my bishop's guarding the rook here. Might have even been better to take with the bishop. I didn't even think about it. Just trying to play fast here. And I was thinking about getting my rook down all the way to a8. a1, that is. And attack along the back rank. Let's kick that knight back. And then maybe rook a1, attack that knight, and then play bishop a6. You can also take on e5 and attack the queen. Okay, let's get that attack on his queen. Okay, I'll take this rook. Take this knight. And if he takes this knight, I get bishop b5 check, which is a pretty unusual check for black to play. I'm thinking I don't really want to take the e5 pawn since his bishop's on that diagonal. No reason to let any queen-bishop batteries happen there. He's down to about a minute. Okay, we'll take the bishop there. Takes with the knight, I'll take on h4. Takes with the queen. Yeah, let's just get rid of his knight. Down to a minute. Check. Okay, Hammer's now at 5 wins. At this point, he's probably just going to run out of time. All these top people have good streaks going so far. Alright, and he resigned. Next game. Christian David Leone 18's our next opponent. Oh, and he seems to not know the game started. There we go. He's going to play an exchange, okay? We'll play c6 right away. I already got a little bit of a time advantage. I want to push the clock a little bit more. I've been moving a little bit too slow. Let's play f6, push that bishop back. We're going to play the knight to e7. Let's try and get those bishops off the board. I'm going to just castle. Not going to take his bishop yet. If he takes my bishop, I can easily recapture. Alright, now I can capture if I want. What would I rather have? The bishop or the knight here? I'm going to keep the bishop because he doesn't have any bishops. Let's go ahead and get on this file. Pin that pawn. Okay, we'll play the knight back to f8. Guard h7 with ideas of jumping up to e6 at some point. Let's bring my second rook in the game. I want to push c5, but my d4 pawn is under attack at the moment. I don't want to push f5 and g6 because it lets his knight in. Even though it would kind of stunt that diagonal. That way there's no bishop b5 if I ever get c5 in. Guess we gotta swing my queen over to the king side at some point. He's trying to jump his knight to f5. Okay, maybe we'll end up playing g6 here. Keep his knight out, and we can play f5 at some point. Right now we're keeping that knight out with those pawns, even though it looks a little loose. It still is pretty solid. Not sure where that knight's going. But I should take this opportunity to play c5. Try and team up on the f2 square. It's getting pretty sharp right now. Just as we both drop towards 2.5 minutes. Okay, let's take that pawn. I command the e file, which is important. And the queen's no longer on that diagonal. Okay, he's going to sacrifice. Okay, he's going to play queen g6 probably. He sacrificed 2 pieces here, so if I can run my king, I should be fine. And I think I can. I think I can just run my king. Over to the queen side. Towards safety. My queen's actually doing a great job here, guarding these important squares. And now my king is all the way on a8, and he looks pretty safe. I will offer a queen trade. So we're up a piece here. Still trying to push the queen trade since we're up a piece. But I'm down to a minute again, so time is becoming an issue. This queen moves, I'm actually threatening queen takes g3 because this pawn is pinned. Swing my queen over to the h file maybe. Switch who's attacking. I'm trying to catch up on time. Threatening checkmate. And that's mate. Alright, next game. That's a streak of 2. And we got a good pairing here. Very important game here to get our streak up to 3 and move up the standings. Just under an hour and a half left. See, Hammer's on a streak of 6 here. 6 out of 6. Wow. Alright, we'll just take the big center. Classical setup. Develop the bishops to c4 and likely... maybe not f4. Let's guard that d-pawn. Play h3 kind of idea. Okay, get this bishop to c4. Alright, he went queenside, so we need to start getting ready to attack right away. Let's start by kicking this bishop away. Ooh, and he captures. Alright, we will take with the queen here. Okay, where is that knight going? Try and jump in here. Okay, that makes sense. Let's go ahead and castle kingside. If he jumps in anyway, we're going to just move the a-rook to the c-file, since that's lined up with his king. Not worried about if he takes the bishop or not. I'll just take with the queen and line up towards a7. So I really like the position here. Not saying it's objectively winning or anything, but it's a comfortable position. White's plan is clear. Good piece activity. My type of position. Alright, the event's already as big as Wednesday's event, so that's a good sign. Alright, hopefully these guys play each other soon. Gotta knock one of them out. Alright, go ahead and move to the c-file. He takes, and as we said, we're going to take with the queen. Then we're going to clear things off of the file. Ooh. I can take that with the bishop, or the knight, or the pawn, I guess. Let's take with the knight. Target both these. The threat right now is bishop takes for check and mate. Now the threat is bishop e6 to win the queen. So we'll take the queen, we'll play d5, and game's over now. Alright, he resigns. Next game, that's 3 in a row. Moves us all the way in the 32nd place. Henry Hughes 9 is our next opponent. Getting a couple whites in a row. Need to use them. Lots of scotches today. Feels good. Interesting. Oh, yeah, I've played against this before. And I thought it was strange then, too, but doesn't mean I know exactly what I'm supposed to do. So I'm going to just play it normal. Got a couple hundred rating points on him, so we are going to not take any huge risks. Just try and play some good chess, good solid chess. Wait to see if he blunders. Bishop g5 next is likely. Playing e5 at some point. Okay, so he's just going to trade right away. But I like this because I'm on all these light squares. Do I push the h-pawn? I don't want to sacrifice here. At least not yet. If he does something like moves his knight, then there are ideas of sacrificing. Nope, he says no. No unnecessary risks. Move our knight back. We can rearrange him. Still a fine position. Okay, we'll develop that rook. Interesting. Okay, let's bring the other rook into the game before making any big decisions. And he is looking for a queen trade. Okay, I guess we're going to queen trade then. Let's jump into the center. On the bishop, on the c-pawn. The knight's kind of misplaced at this exact moment. Let's see if I can expand a little bit. Keep him from jumping to e5. I'm going to take here, look for e5. Might have to go into a rook endgame here. Test his endgame skills. That was a blunder because of this. Picking up the rook. We're now up the exchange. And this should be a relatively easy endgame as long as I don't blunder. As long as I don't blunder one of my rooks to this knight. Alright, let's just get the rooks off the board. And now let's see if my rook can take care of business over here. Bring my king closer. Keep my rook and king on opposite colored squares. Okay, we're going to play this check first to see if we can get the king to step up. So when I take the pawn, it's with check. Yep, that's exactly what I thought would happen. And now we're on the knight. So we pick up the knight. And that is game over. All right, he resigns. That's 4 in a row. Let's keep going. Christian David Leone, 18. Okay, I already played him once. And we were winning, but we ran out of time. So we got to play a little faster this game. He's playing really fast this game. Not sure where this bishop belongs. We'll go here. Looks like a reasonable square. Bring the other rook to the center. Okay, maybe we'll attack the bishop now. Yeah, let's attack the bishop like this. Yeah, I don't think there are any crazy sacrifice on e6 right now. Knight takes, pawn takes, bishop takes, check. No. But we'll leave it so that the rook is lined up with the queen here. Now it's also tempting. Bishop takes, and he just takes my knight. Knight takes, pawn takes, bishop takes, check. Still nothing there. He's on the knight. That's what I got to worry about. Okay, we'll just attack the queen again. Okay, he's moving the queen over to the king side. So do we have to be worried about that? Maybe. He's playing super fast here. All right, let's rearrange this knight. Okay, going after the king side here. Is this a problem? Well, I was already there. Okay, I'm going to attack his queen. So if he takes my queen, I'll take his queen. He's going to get an exchange out of this. I'm going to take with the knight. Yeah, he's got a 2-minute time advantage, so. Although right now I am threatening to just take this e6 pawn, I think. Bishop takes, check. Rook blocks. Alright, so we have 2 pawns for the piece. It's enough, we'll just play a little bit more. That might have been a blunder. Now we attack the knight, and the rook will be hanging. Now we got even pawns. Step my king closer. Keep his king cut off. Checks me again, I'm going to offer the rook trade. Is he just going to take the draw? I'm not sure we can play for more here. He's not going to take the draw. Okay. Okay, we'll push that pawn some more. "36 seconds. So hopefully he pushes too hard. But time's definitely an issue here for us. That was a bad move. He can take the a-pawn. Check. Check. And we're back. That's 3-move repetition. So we'll take that point because he was going to run us out of time. Alright, that gives us 14 points. So we are in great standing right here with 1 hour and 5 minutes to go. If we can grab another streak in the next couple games. We're in 33rd place right now. Okay, and we got a 1500. So let's start another streak going. Okay, French win hour. Whoa. Bishop f4. I think I can say that I've never seen that move before in this position. So let's just get developed. We'll We'll take the knight. It's got an isolated pawn, but I'm going to have good development. Stop the knight from jumping in. He went queenside. You can jump to e4. Not sure if that's a problem. Oh, but if he jumps to e4, his queen might end up getting trapped after b5. Okay, so he takes first. Let's throw in a check. Now he should probably take the pawn with the bishop. Okay, now we attack the knight. Since the knight's on that square, I guess the queen's not quite getting trapped. But now we're going to team up on that knight. Queen h5 will hit the knight and the rook. He stops that. Okay, let's attack the queen. Maybe we'll put our knight on c4. No great pins here. So, do I push e3 here or d3 here? Now we're just going to come back to c6 here. Technically speaking, he can win a pawn. Can he? No. Knight f6, and when I take with the queen, I'm guarding the d pawn, so. Goes back that way. Okay. Which rook do we move? We'll move the f rook. Might end up having to play another endgame here, which is not the end of the world. Okay, he avoids the queen trade. A little bit surprising considering the state of his king. So let's try and break open the king. Takes with the pawn, I take with the knight, threatening my queen to come into a2. Looks dangerous for him. It's easy for my rooks to get on the open C and B files. Yeah, so he avoids it. So I need to continue trying to break open his king. But I also need to watch this d-pawn, because the d-pawn is pretty good for me right now. Alright, let's attack the queen. See where it goes. Then I can move a rook to the d file if I need to. Still thinking about pushing d3. Right at the halfway point. Okay, let's move a rook to the d file. Is there any reason not to take that bishop? My knight's pretty good, but that bishop on the light squares can be scary. Ooh, I might be able to just play b3 now. Looks too dangerous. Try and target that c-pawn. Can't spend the whole game guarding the d-pawn. Gotta get at his king. On the c-pawn and the a-pawn right now. Time might become an issue here. So gotta keep moving fast. Narodzinski's at the top now, 10 out of 10. Hammer lost 2 in a row. Nice. Blitzstream's finished 12 games already. Wow. Okay, what about rook c3 here? Pawn takes, pawn takes. He has to save his rook, and when he does, I've got queen b4 winning. So he can't take. Or at least can't save his rook at the end. Let's try it. Looks interesting. Takes the d pawn. I'll probably move the c rook over to the e file and try and back rank mate him or something. Yep, move over here. He's down to 20 seconds. Okay, and he's guarding it. Good move by him. My queen's guarding it. It's running out of time now. Uh-oh. This might not have been the best way to do it. We did not pick the best way to do this. Got 3 seconds left. It's likely to... Yep. Just ended up being a draw. Darn. Now I got a harder pairing. Still top 50. Yeah, we got into too much time trouble. Seems to be the theme of the day in 5-minute chess. Okay, let's get this bishop to c6. I'll put it on d6. I'm not sure exactly where it belongs. I don't usually play this variation. Pushes c5. No. I haven't seen that before. Guess we're going to back up. Our king might be in trouble here. Probably learn the theory if we're going to play this line. Yeah. Our king's not escaping that. Move on quickly. Serg 98's our next opponent. Oh, no. Come on, mouse. We wanted to play c5. Wasted a move. On the b pawn. $50 minutes left. Alright, so if he takes back, we're going to just exchange everything. Nope, he said he wasn't interested. Alright, then let's go ahead and get this other knight developed. We'll go to g6 here. Try and team up on that e5 pawn. Doesn't have the strongest connection over there. Let's open up that H file. Then we'll start thinking about checkmates. Thinking queen c7, knight takes e5. Not sure what his knight's doing on g5. Alright, so he guards it. Reasonable decision. Alright, see if he wants to trade. Do I take with the king? Might take with the king. Yeah, let's take with the king. Try and keep this d-pawn a little longer. If he takes it now, I get the e-pawn. I can take the e-pawn now also. See if he keeps trading. I want to play bishop b5. Okay, well, originally it wasn't trying to pin the queen to the king, but we'll try that. Now we'll take on passant. Okay, we'll take the knight. Then we'll attack the queen. Check. Then we'll play rook d1 check and get another queen. Alright, next game. Let's get a new streak going. Steven Stanfield. Okay, pretty reasonable opponent this time. Within 100 points of us. So can't take him lightly. Phoenix. Doing pretty well. These are the kind of positions that I often run into time trouble, I think. Because I'm not always sure what my plan is supposed to be. Okay, played d5. I don't really want to take that knight. I'm going to take my bishop. Wouldn't really mind that. I'd like to try and get something going down the d file. "45 minutes left. I can just take that. That's a free pawn. He was worried about bishop takes h7 winning the queen. But he wasn't set up for this. Bishop f6, knight takes c6. Now I'm on this bishop. Uh-huh. I don't really want to trade queens here, because I've got a great position. So I'm going to keep my queen. Hopefully we don't regret that decision. But I want to use these open files and my better bishops and my less exposed king to make something happen. Move a rook to the e file. Queen c7 could happen at some point. Let's go ahead and just attack that bishop. Try and pressure it. Okay, he guards it. Makes sense. Might be a good time for a rook lift. Bring this rook over to g3 or something. Building a slight time edge. You can't even offer a queen trade, which is nice. Yeah, I'm not even going to worry about trying to trade rooks here. We've got good pressure on the king side. Bishop c4 can show up at some point and be really annoying. He's also on the b pawn. So we'll push b3. It also supports bishop c4 at some point. The queen sack doesn't work because I have bishop f1 at the end. Do have to watch my back rank, though. Just trying to get some pressure against this king. It's not really giving me the time edge I wanted, though. So if I do bishop takes, h7, king takes, I'm not sure there's enough there. Okay, let's play this check first. Save my rook like that. Now I should probably move my pawns at some point to give my king some luft. Okay, I wouldn't be unhappy with a trade here. But now I'm low on time. Okay, we'll attack that rook, guard the pawn, down to 20 seconds. We're both in some time pressure here. $18 seconds left. Looking for rook takes g7. That didn't do anything. Ugh. Got myself checkmated. Just ran out of time. Frustrating. Nicola 008 again. "39 minutes left. I don't know point-wise what a good score is. Okay, we'll take there. Get on the C file. Back ourselves up. Yeah, I guess C7 is where we were supposed to go. Oh, he traded, though. Got rid of my bad bishop. Always happy about that. Trying to play a little faster. It's 20 games in. Wow. Almost twice the number of games we do. Let's attack that bishop, see where it goes. Okay, that's a rook. At least in exchange. Let's not get checkmated. Always a good idea. Now I've got some discoveries on the queen here. And this position is winning. Actually threatening checkmate here. On this pawn. This is a good exchange for sure. Much better pawn structure. Extra pawn. No danger to my king. And he resigned. Okay, next game. I was going to say, that's not checkmate yet. Let's build a streak for the rest of the tournament. On 44th, not bad, but we can move up faster, move up further. I often get 30 points in the 3-minute. So if I can get close to 30 points in this tournament, I think it'll be a very good result. 30 points right now would put me right in 12th, so yeah. Stop the bishop from coming here. Let's go after this dark square bishop. Yeah, we'll just take. Let's just get to an active square. If the knight moves, we can take this pawn. Which is why I'm thinking about pushing e5 next. I know my king's still in the center, but he doesn't feel in danger. Do I take on f7? Looks tempting. Check, king takes, knight check. Or even not knight check, just push e5. Yeah, let's do it. Play this check. Where's that knight going? I'm going after f6. That's where I'm going. So his king didn't end up super exposed, but we also didn't give up any material. Let's look to get a piece down on e7. We'll definitely take that. So we get to take here with check, and then we're going to have knight e7, which wins the queen. And that's that game. All right, and made in 3. There we go, a streak of 2. $30 left. Dog of chess. All right, let's go ahead and put a bishop on c4. Let's make that knight move, because I want to take on f7. Check. Hmm. That queen does not have many places to go. Knight's going to have to back up. Let's power up on the knight. Bishop takes knight, traps the queen. Okay, we'll take here with check. And then I can take on d6. Knight's still pinned. And he resigned. Yeah, that got pretty brutal. Okay, that's a streak of 3. Moving up to 27th now. Let's see if we can keep it going. It's going to be tough. I know c4 is the main line, but I do not play this very much. So I don't really know what the plan is from here. Wow. Okay, let's look to get over there onto the king side. At the back up here. Knight back to c6 maybe. Interesting. Okay, we'll attack the queen. So far, we're surviving. Kind of like to move my knight and put my bishop on c2. Then I'm looking for rook c7 over to f7. On the queen. Okay, we're still doing okay here. We'll take this guy. Let's kick that knight out. A little bit of a time edge, but we both still have plenty of time. Okay, now we're up almost a minute, so that could matter. Queen g5 next, threatening bishop takes h5. The knight takes as queen drops. Okay, now we're on the queen. We're going to move our knight to e4. Check. Is this just a draw? Can we get more than a draw? I don't think so. I think we'll take the draw and move on. Ooh, he says no. We'll come back. This should still be good for us, I think. We'll find out. I don't think he can take the B pawn. But he's going to. He's going to try. But I don't think the king can escape. Okay, who's better in this endgame if I force the queens off? 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5. I'd want to think I am. Because I've got the passed h-pawn. Guess we'll push the h-pawn. Keep pushing. Uh-oh. Now I'm the one down to 20 seconds. Darn it. Checkmate. Good end game by him. Played well. 18 minutes left. Still time for a couple more. Let's try and win 2 or 3 more. Okay, we'll take that pawn. Where's that knight going? Okay, take the rook first, then take the bishop. I could have taken the bishop first, too, because my knight still guards it. Either way. Now I get this extra check-in. And now we're up lots of material. Up a full rook. Take that. Bring the rook in. $15 minutes left. Check. And that's checkmate. Next game. Let's try and get 2 more in. That's our goal. 2 more. Sitting in top 30 right now. It's a good place to be. Jack Burns, 2,200. Excuse me. Okay, we're going to attack. Doesn't work. Move on to the next game, I guess. Okay, maybe we can power up on e6. Yeah, I don't think I have much here. Just go for a reckless attack here. Yeah, not going to work. He wasn't interested in giving me a quick attack. Okay, at least one more game. We're just going to attack, see what he does. You can take that guy. Might have gotten too reckless this game. Maybe. Pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. Wayward queen attack, it says. Unfortunately, we're not quite high enough. Need to be in that top 20, I think. Still a good performance, though. Couple draws that need to be wins. He's taking his time on this move, though. And his king decides to run. Huh. I'm on the knight. And up a minute on the clock. Now if he takes, I'll take the knight. I guess his king is scared. We got 2 pawns for it, but none of our other pieces are developed, so we definitely don't have compensation for the piece at the moment. Other than having 2 minutes on the clock. Not sure what 2 minutes on the clock is worth. It's worth something, though. But I'm hoping we can win this and then get one more in. Like to break 30 points. Trying kingside castle soon. So 2 more minutes will bring us down to 6:42. I'll have to play super fast in the last game. Guess we're trading queens. Now we're just playing the time game. Okay, now he's under a minute. Down to 40 seconds. Open up his king a little bit. He's down to 30 seconds. Down to 20 seconds, and he's not going to have time to finish this unless there's some crazy checkmate. Just making sure my king has some place to go. All right, one on time. Next game, we can get one more in. 6 minutes. 1800. Not an easy game. All right. Yep, nothing there. No sacrifice there. Thought about it. Maybe d4 next. But it's going to be hard to finish this one in time. Reasonable position. Aaron Hawaii, thank you for the follow. I didn't see you in the standings. I wasn't sure if you were playing or streaming today. Okay, he's going after that bishop, which we are not happy about. Let's go after that queen. Open up the king side. Try and get something going down the G file. Only way I'm going to checkmate him in time. Okay, if I can make all my moves with only 13 seconds used for my clock, he'll run out of time before it ends. Okay, he's on my queen. Darn it. We got too excited about trying to win the game like that. Well, now we'll play for a while and offer a draw, I guess. Two minutes left, and I've got 3 minutes on the clock, so plenty of time for me to survive. Minute and a half left. But I don't think I'm getting checkmated here, so. Take with the rook. Kind of weird looking rooks there. One minute left. All right, so do we take that rook and then run? I guess so. Offer a draw. Give him the chance for one more point. He doesn't want it. Three, two, one. Out of time. Okay. 30 points. We came in 36th place. Not a bad tournament at all. Not an amazing tournament, but not a bad tournament at all. Alright, thanks for stopping by. Thank you for the follows. I will see you guys next time. Good job, Alexander Lenderman, on winning. Let's see, second place was Phoenix. Had a good tournament too. Alright, looks like the Untitled players did a little bit better today than they did on Wednesday. And we got a good crowd too, 410 players. Alright, good luck in your own games. See you next time.